Hey, what's up, traders? This is the watch list video for Wednesday, February 15th, showing you the daily on the SPY. Let's go to 5-minute candles. Whoop, I still have after hours on there. Bear with me a second. There we go. So we had the gap down, then a big rip, then we took out the lows, bounced a little, took out the lows again, and then ended up closing slightly above the open. Another fairly choppy day. Wayne gave a great talk in chat yesterday about he's probably subtly trying to remind me, because I have a tendency sometimes to say, hey, this market is dead and choppy and nothing's moving, and that doesn't do anybody any good. So his take is, hey, stay vigilant, stay alert, right? Have a positive attitude and wait for something to show up. And it's a way better way to approach the market, because there are choppy days. It doesn't mean a trade can't come along, though, right? Case in point, SI was on the morning gap playlist today. There's the open right around 16. So we have a possible whole number inflection point back through 16 with the high of day just 8 cents above that. Ton of shorts in the name. Look what it did. So it sells off, comes up, puts in a little bit of a higher low, and then finally started to come up here. And I had already talked about, hey, later in the day, I like this through 16. And then I put the idea out when it got close as a reminder to everybody. I took a screenshot. There's my screenshot from chat. SI over 16 idea, and I loved it. Worked right away. Went pretty quickly to almost 1740. I actually clicked buy twice. See my comment here. This may cause some controversy because I didn't wait for the 16 break. I saw volume coming in. I knew there was a lot of shorts in the name, and I just clicked buy, and I did it at the market. Something now I teach people not to do. I'm very comfortable with my broker TradeStation, and I don't mind taking a market order. I know where I would have killed it if it didn't work, or even if it didn't break 16, but the volume was certainly coming in, and I'd rather trade that than miss the 16 break, right? To have it just rip through all of a sudden. So it's just kind of a personality thing. As I wrote here, the best trades do work right away, though, and it absolutely did. Got some off over 1706 and 1725. I'd love to tell you, hey, I almost sold at the high of the day, but I didn't, because you can see the intraday here. It actually had another wave where it went to 1791. When it was coming down here, I gave the idea the 15's buy zone. Didn't get quite close enough. I was bidding, I think, in the 1650s, and it got down to 1670. Had a really nice bounce there, too. Anyway, gave several opportunities. It is absolutely on watch going into tomorrow, too. Look at that volume and a ton of shorts in the name. So that's going to catch some attention as people run their scans tonight. You know what? I'm going to pull this one off, this BWV. Bear with me. I had it on my watch list, and when I added it to the list, the market was still open, and this was still holding on. Here's 5-minute candles to show you. It was holding up pretty well. It was probably about like this, and then it rolled over at the end of the day. Doesn't mean it's not worth having on a chart, but I liked it much better when it had a solid green candle there. So let's start the list with BTU. Coldplay, big volume on earnings and a big move today. Maybe a follow-through day tomorrow. We'll see. OCUL put in an inside day. It continues to show strength, so we're going to watch that one. I already talked about SI. Definitely goes on watch, one of my top watches. LIXT had the big rip back here. Tried a secondary move there, and it just failed. But they actually had a headline today, so maybe this catches some attention. I'm not in love with it, but I'm going to put it on a chart. BLDE had news before the open today, I believe, and had pretty nice move for this one. So we're going to watch that for a potential follow-through day. PLTR had earnings. Strong close, maybe a follow-through setup tomorrow. FUSN, closing off of its highs, but nice volume. This one may give a setup tomorrow. BBAI is interesting to me because it bounced right off the 20-day, but it tends to run with AI. They're both AI plays, right? And AI had a big kind of bullish engulfing candle today. So this one's actually, BBAI is actually lagging a little bit. So if the AI plays continue tomorrow and AI, the stock, seems to be the leader, I like this one a lot. It's had a big move, had the gap up here, and then as it broke above these highs here, shorts kind of got in trouble, right? Now it's pulled back to the 20-day, and I like the setup for a potential long tomorrow. Remember, I don't hold overnight, so these are just things I'm looking for a possible trade tomorrow, which reminds me, let me put up my little sign. There you go. If you haven't seen this, I put it up in almost every video. So if you haven't seen it, pause the video and read it, please. It explains what I do, what I am. I'm not an investor at all. I'm a day trader. All right, so WISH, W-I-S-H, who was it? Citron came out with a bullish report on them yesterday that really got it going. Now today you've got kind of a quiet inside day. I'm looking for a potential third day play in that one. That's WISH. And lastly, KPRX. I'm just going to put it back on bounce watch. It's almost round tripped now from where it started this run. So I like it a little less, but then in after hours they did have a headline, and it actually went over 6 briefly in after hours. So we'll see how it does. We'll see if it holds up at all going into the morning. We may put it on the morning gap play list. Had a really nice day. That's it for me. I will see everybody in the chat room in the morning.